All right, so while we have this little lull, let me just bring up our next topic because we actually had to do this recently. Discuss counseling in a relationship, and that was pretty interesting. That's not something I personally think about. Especially in the beginning of a relationship. Usually, in the beginning of a relationship is like the happiest time of the relationship. That honeymoon phase is like something people don't even worry about. You get in, you just have your fun, and then once it starts getting rocky, I think the topic of counseling, therapy, all that comes into play. But in the beginning, no. So, what do you guys think about counseling in a relationship, and then counseling in a relationship at the beginning of the relationship?
Counseling in relationships in general allow it to be healthier. You know what I'm saying? In terms of maybe you need other viewpoints in order to really get, what you need to come across in terms of with your partner or whatnot. You know what I mean? Because you want to make sure you're on the same page. And sometimes maybe you might be butting heads in a way where you might not be seeing the other person's perspective and vice versa. So thus you need an outside perspective, that sees what's going on there and show you exactly what's happening here so you can get a better understanding. Because ultimately relationships are about communication. But not everybody can communicate to the same capacity. So
here's my problem with that, because I'm.
But this is for later relationships, not in the beginning. Beginning is a different story. But you go ahead.
Okay, so because I guess I'll just say my point. I'm kind of just on the whole point of I don't think it makes sense. And what you brought up was get an outside perspective from the relationship. But how is, especially if it's new, how are you even going to convey the terms of your relationship when you technically don't really have one because you just started? So like, how do you say, oh, this is the way we interact together? This is the vibe.
When was it raised?
Dante just
he
bet
just 100. Bet that. He just bet that.
We're in the second round.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
no problem. Mr. School teacher out here about to get on you. Like, pay attention, Malik. Come on, man.
Yo, I'll throw that stick at you.
Whoa.
We're playing poker. Now, if you're trying to play hands, different story.
Oh, excuse me. Are we still have a boxing match? First stream and not trying to box?
I bet on Jake Long.
Alright, y'all, in a month we're going to set up a boxing match. We're going to put 20K on a match. By 20K, I mean 20K in chips because we don't have 20K.
Then after it's over, you just see me with the whole table.
We can set this up for next episode. Forget a month.
And then you will see Dante.
As you can see, we don't promote violence out here.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, this is cool. Mangoes 5 agreed with what we were saying.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a delay, so I have no idea what we're talking. I'm assuming it's about is it counseling relationships? It's like a 20-second delay.
Possibly. But you were referring to newer relationships. I came from the basis of
I think she agreed to me and Jaquan boxing it out to something.
Oh, absolutely. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Like I said,
I don't condone violence.
Ooh, you know what? Just for the fun of it, could you switch to YouTube? Let's see if there's anything in the chat there. Okay. No. Bruce Maine? No. Get out. No, get out. Ban him.
You can check me.
By the way, it's ban him. No. What does he do there?
Put him on the line.
Oh, we got people on YouTube too. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all.
Man, keep the mic close. Let me see.
Yeah, all right. So
I was ready.
Keep those mics close.
Yeah.
Hey,
oh, thank you for the advice. We try to keep them close.
I'll tell you, reading this Lobo was just hilarious to me.
I was just reading what I saw. Bro.
All right, so you see the table.
Yeah,
you see the bet. What are you gonna do? Malik, you folded, right?
Yeah, I've been folded, man. Y'all ain't taking my money.
Match. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Now here comes the turn.
Okay, Brighton. So you were elaborating more on newer relationships in terms of that perspective, yeah?
Yeah, I'm specifically like barking on newer relationships.
Yeah.
I'm not. Again, not every new relationship is gonna follow the same path. No, I just put the. Oh, you guys.
Yep.
Okay, my bad. I was lost in.
It's all good.
Yeah, so not every relationship is gonna be the same, and just because it's new doesn't mean you should just give up on the relationship.
Of course not.
But again, it's new. How much effort are you gonna put into something that's so new?
I mean, like you mentioned, the honeymoon phase or not. Just take it.
You see, now that's.
Could be a good bluff.
You win.
But
you got it.
Take it. I ain't about to bet on my blacks.
Nah, but you gotta show us what you got.
True.
Before we continue the conversation.
I'll call this bluff.
What do you do when you finish using the bathroom?
Oh, the GoPros. Oh, you had a flush? Yeah. Yo, you know what got me tight?
You had one. Yep. Oh, that would have been a straight. No, he had the 5. No,
I still had the high one either way.
Damn, 6, 7, 8, 5.
Yeah, if Dante had a 6, he would have had a straight flush, bro.
Yeah, damn.
Woo, Dante,
couldn't find that.
They gave the universe gave this boy.
Yo, who shuffled for this man? They cheating.
Yo, I appreciate you, bro.
Nasty.
What you mean you appreciate me? I ain't shuffling for you.
Real one for that.
Nah, dog. Nasty.
All right, Malik. Yeah, thank you. Switch back to Instagram. Oh, okay, hold up.
Oh man.
The man folded. All right.
Yeah, I agree with Mango's 5. You know, you gotta feel it out.
Necessarily
It's hard to just jump straight into it.
True, definitely. But like you were saying before, Brian, in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like that honeymoon phase or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If you're already seeing disagreements too early in, then he's probably like, maybe I should cut out.
Gotta get out of Dodge.
When it's something that you want to make work because you have some stability in it for a good amount of time, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then you might get some outside perspectives because you want to, you know what I mean? The whole point is to try to fight for each other a little bit, right? And maybe you're just not agreeing at that point in time, so you get that intervention. And if it still doesn't work, then you ultimately got to come up with that decision to cut out.
Yeah, but just make sure it's not a one-sided fight. You can't be doing everything to save, and the other person's not doing anything.
That's the point of the third
fix what they're trying
perspective.
to do.
Yeah.
You gotta
But
know.
are they
What,
willing to listen to the third perspective? That's also another topic within the same.
Well, within that same argument, then, if they're not willing to communicate,
All right.
cut out.
all right. So the third perspective. Who do you think it should come from?
You can get it there. I mean, you could literally get a professional. That's
Definitely
the
a
best way to-
professional.
Professional's the best way to
Definitely.
go.
If you do it,
Yeah, that way
get
it's not
professional.
biased.
All right. Listen, I ain't got nothing against professional, but let's say you're one of the people who
Looks like you got some card haters.
who
oh yeah, and I saw it. No more. I'm reading the comments. Desmina 721. Use a hater. You know these golden cards are beautiful. So yeah, you can just leave. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get 0 views. I will box with y'all. Like, do not come on here
Yo,
and
you
make
hear
fun of
that?
these cards.
So anybody who just
A
listen up, you
professional.
can
Okay, I see what you're saying,
get your gloves ready.
Get your gloves
He
ready.
just gave a universal statement. He'll
Disclaimer.
I will box verbally because I am a
This-
coward.
All right, you
Verbally.
see?
Verbally.
Disclaimer.
I'm over here
You know what I'm saying?
peeking on the mic. My bad, guys.
We play with these poker chips for a reason, all right? That's how we box.
We box by taking each other's money. Makes sense.
Indeed.
all right. But anyways, back to what I was saying.
Go
While
ahead.
I still have my train of thought. What if you're one of those people that cannot afford a professional? Would you seek some?
I mean,
No, that's a very good question. If you don't have the money for professional, then
well, you see,
Because my first thing that happens is
family
like, if you're in
dynamic.
school, can you go to a guidance counselor or am I wrong?
okay. So, just to bring it back to the first thing you had mentioned,
Dante, fix your mic.
I would say if you don't have the money for it, talk to a non-biased third-party person.
Right.
You know,
Like, see, Mango's
Not
they said a
Jaquan.
trusted
Yo, Malik.
leader. I guess
Right.
somebody who might be good at that relationship angle, maybe, or you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, just
Yeah.
speak Dante's mic. But Malik, I hope you didn't lose your train of thought when you were bringing up the guidance counselor. What you said, so because you brought up schooling as an example, I'm assuming. So
Ooh, that's
now, what is it? Now you should use a guidance counselor because you have the resources, or should you seek somewhere else that you feel like would be best for you?
I mean, like, if you
well,
have the
what was the
resources, use it. Might as well. It's there.
of course.
Especially if it's free.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
that's
so
that.
Who's going to argue with a free resource?
so now a school guidance counselor is gonna give you relationship advice?
I don't know.
I mean, if that's their forte.
That would be the how Jaquan said the what was that term you used? The non-bias.
Oh, the non-biased perspective?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you want a non-biased perspective because you want somebody to judge. You know, you want someone that could objectively see what's going on with both people. You know what I'm saying? So they can say, all right, where is the discourse coming from?
Yeah, take your sweet time. See?
Take my sweet time, dang it.
Sweet.
Oh wait, Dante, speaking mic. How's your mic?
Can you hear me now?
I mean, we can hear you. We're right next to you.
Yeah, but I don't know about the feedback through
Yeah,
the-
let us know. Did you raise the trim on his mic
Yes.
and the gain? It's all the way.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
if it doesn't work, we'll definitely work on it after.
That's
Try
when you
to
know
adjust
his
some
mic
more.
is trash. He's gonna need a new one.
Yo, nah, Dante got the best mic
He
here.
really does have the best mic, so I don't know what's going on with that.
What?
I've been expecting my mic to be doo-doo butt cheeks, but apparently it's been working
Listen,
crisply, so I
cheap
ain't
is the
complaining.
way to go,
The
dang
whole
it.
Podcast, that's crazy.
I ain't complaining, buddy boy.
Okay, I'm about to try something else. Give me 1 second.
All right, no
All right,
problem.
engineer, do what you got to do.
No problem.
Just know if we skip you on the betting,
Oh
that's on you.
yeah, I did just bet, and then Dante raised me.
We're just gonna assume Malik's fold.
No, it
Okay.
did not.
25.
25.
All right, it's
You
25 to
just
play.
listening to me smack my mic the entire time.
True. As long as you're not dropping it.
All right. Oh, okay. So for context, since I got this mic, I dropped it like 6 or 7 times, mind you.
We didn't even start the dang
Like
thing
we
yet.
didn't even do a first official episode. This mic, I'm surprised this mic is still working.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
shows that it was worth.
Wait,
the price of
hold up.
admission.
Malik, you betting in? The
Yeah, he
bet
did.
was raised to 20. Okay,
Yeah, he
sorry, I
did.
wasn't
He's in.
paying attention.
I am.
Thank you.
That's it. What we know.
Look at the engineer over here. At least, he's bending down with his knees. Anyways,
What's that supposed to mean?
look at our first episode, and it's not up yet, but when it is, probably be
that
up
is
on
not
Wednesday.
a first episode.
It will be. It's our first episode on how not to do a podcast, a video podcast.
How not to.
What not to do,
I think that's
what
up
not
on
to say.
Instagram.
Exactly.
I really like how when I sit down, I'm the shortest. It's pretty hilarious. But it's mine.
This is actually pretty empowering right now.
That's because you pulling a Quasimodo right now with the hunchback, bro. Sit straight.
I really like. With what? I'm in a seat that sinks down. Like I'm down. But yeah, Dante, your perspective on the relationships angle.
I want to hear Malik's first.
He kind of gave a bit of it.
On what?
The relationships angle. In
I don't
terms of
think
the
you'll
counsel
finish your
and
thought
whatnot.
though.
No, I believe I was done. It was mostly bringing up the stuff with the like a guidance counselor or something.
All right, so Malik will go to a guidance counselor to fix his relationship. All right. Gotcha.
A non-biased person.
Yes.
So your mom?
No.
Oh, Lord. That's heavily biased. That's probably the most biased person you can ask.
Exactly. You can't ask.
Because she going to be a hater. She going to be like,
relative
you actually dating him? My son?
I mean, for personal reasons, I feel like I don't got the right to speak on this, but if I was to give my perspective,
Really? I mean, your perspective. Go ahead.
what I would say though is in terms of a non-biased opinion, you need to go to somebody who's gonna look at the outside in and not sugarcoat anything with anybody, and just straight up be real with both of y'all. You can't get somebody like who's gonna be, oh nah, forget him, forget her, forget this, forget, and then he say, because all that is just gonna go along with not helping you realize what you did wrong to fix it, or helping the other person realize what they did wrong that could have prevented it from getting any worse than it is. So in terms of like maybe people out there, for those who are believers or religious and everything, if you can't go to your pastor, go to your church. Those who got like maybe a solid leader, like y'all do mentorships, like big brother programs or whatever. If you can't go to that person, if you can't afford the professional, at least have like a mutual friend who's like with both of y'all, or somebody in the category who could tell you what it is straight. And if you're not willing to do that, because there's a lot of people who's like, look, it's my relationship. Nobody should be involved with whatever is going on. It's just
Right.
If you got that type of person, if you're not willing to be reasonable, compromise, and actually hear each other out, without dismissing the other's opinion because of how y'all feel towards that person, then if that's the case, the relationship don't need to be a relationship, period. Move on to something else, or separate until you can fix yourself, or find a better way to fix the issue.
Exactly. I think that wraps it up nicely because we're talking about the beginning of a relationship. If you can't even do that at the beginning,
Exactly. How is this supposed to go
why
forward?
are you fighting so much? And honestly, I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody that, fights hard before they even get into a relationship. And, like, what point is it worth it? What point is not? Well, what are you going to say, Malik? Because you already brought it up.
I was gonna say that the S word, the simp.
You whispered in the mic like that changed things. Like, we won't get flagged if I whisper it. Just say bad, slow, and low.